Hello everyone and welcome back to JCfinger. I've decided to build an origami style house in my town. I love this house, and particularly the plot and the exterior for this plot is beautiful. Now, I was inspired by a website that I was on. It's called the Real Estate Japan, and they build unique homes, origami style houses, and I thought that was absolutely fabulous. You know, you obviously have to use the A-frame roof for this design, and what's even more shocking that I found out is that the interior of these homes also include folded walls. Can you believe that? I will never be able to replicate that in The Sims FreePlay, but certainly with the A-frame roof I was able to achieve this look up top. And when you cut your build in half, you'll see that both sides are exactly the same. So it's symmetrical when you place the build at an angle. Okay, it has to be at an angle. And that's the origami feature for this build. Same thing on this side. When you position it in your plot this way and you halve it, both sides are exactly the same. But of course, if you turn it the other way, it won't work. So this is my origami representation, and this is basically what I was inspired to do after being on that side. If you turn the house around this way, it's not symmetrical in any way, shape, form or manner. And this is actually the front part to the house. On this part of the house, you can see that this could look like the front part to a property, and you could do that if you choose to recreate it. Do remember there's a live build at the end of the video, so stay tuned for that if you're interested. But yes, if you have it here, it's not going to be symmetrical at all. Okay, and same goes for this angle too, so you've got to keep it this way, and that's the origami feature. It's a double height room here, and the nighttime view for this house as well is quite nice. I love the surroundings because again that reminds me of Japan when it's snowing, and the exterior to this build is unique to this plot. So I wanted this exterior, I love it so much, and it's restricted to this plot. So you work your way in from this walkway here or driveway, and you can go either way into the front part of this house from these angles, and this is the front door to the house. So I was thinking that being that the surroundings of this house is complete white, you know, snow everywhere, I wanted some color. Now I know you're looking at it and you're thinking there's white as the wallpaper in here, but no. I also sort of tried a different color in here, but there's lots of art. So if you look at it in an AR, you can see how colorful it is, and I mean really hot popping colors. And it is a L-shaped room that wraps around to the kitchen part here, and I really love the way it looks. It's open plan in a way, and it looks like a galley style kitchen, but it's big when you look at it this way. And I wanted you to see it in AR just so you could also see that it is a double height room in addition, so that kitchen area is quite open and central to the house. It's really nice. I love the feel of it. Okay, but we'll get to this part, and I want you to let me know what you think about the color choice in AR versus the color choice in here, but the art stays the same. Now on the left side when you walk in, there's an area to keep your coats and so on, your umbrella, maybe your muddy boots because of the location that they're in, and then you've got this sort of open plan feel as mentioned before into a living room area. I really love the colors. So obviously you've got the grays, but then you've got the pinks, the soft pinks that are popping, and the white. I really love the way this has come together because I didn't want the colors to be too hot. At the same time, it's very artsy, very sweet to look at, oranges, lovely art pieces everywhere, and then again soft pink on some accenting walls, as you can see here where the TV is. Okay, so it's somewhat girly. That's the window for the space here, and a big table, everything is accessible, and a lovely area to sit down and read where he is at the minute. This would have to be my favorite nursing chair in the pregnancy events that's come out, and there's another cozy chair to sit down as well, and what is supposed to be a chest of drawers. Now this is what it looks like in AR. Again, AR view is such a lovely view, and it makes everything feel so real, and a number of you have spoken about the Android having this. It's just that it's not available for the Android because it's not available for all Android phones across the board, or at least a good majority, and it's a deal that was done with the AR kit with Apple and The Sims FreePlay. If memory serves me right, it's Apple that approached The Sims FreePlay with this idea. So it's really up to the Android corporation to do something across the board with their devices, okay? But as for the Sims FreePlay team, they would love to have every device operate in that way with the game. So this is what it looks like in this beautiful cozy space. You've got the white, you know, reminiscent of the surrounding white vicinity therein, lots of snow, but then pops of color. And then towards the rear here is a door that leads out to the back part, and on the side you have a restroom, your typical restroom in the house downstairs, so you don't have to waddle all the way upstairs holding yourself together just to get to a restroom to relieve yourself. Okay, so we'll leave that section, and this is where we have the dining room. Again, I love the soft pinks, and as said before when I show the AR clip, it's a central part of the home, and maybe even for entertaining in a way. It is a small house, but it's so beautifully opened up here to this pool area, and I think it's gorgeous. Okay, again, double height room, and when you wrap your way around this way, the stairs lead up to the living quarters, and this is where you have the kitchen. So if you remember, the color is gray in the AR, and I wanted you to just let me know what you would go for, but in the actual tour here, the color is white on the walls in the kitchen. I love both anyhow. I think they're lovely, and this white cake mixer or food processor is from an architect up home, and it's right opposite where I've stuck a fridge in a nice little nook there behind the staircase. And this is the utility room where they get their clothings cleaned up nicely. And don't forget, we've just been in an L-shaped room. This is everything for the ground floor. I really love the way it is, and it happened very quickly as well. Some houses take longer to put together, and some just come together on their own. I mean, I was just putting it, I know what I wanted, and I thought it would be really hard to get that done because of the origami shape that I went for before carving out the interior. But yeah, this is what happened, and it's a double height room. There's a section here, an L-shaped room, just because it doesn't have to be, but ever since the L-shaped feature, I have been going crazy with the design, or any design using that feature. So this is what it looks like up top here. It's beautiful, isn't it? Very high up. I would love something like this in an area that's snowy like this. But he's right outside the door to the first room here, and it looks like a girly room. So a little bit of inspiration for you. A family has not actually moved into this property yet in my town. I've just recently put it together because I was trying out the origami. This is where the closets are, tucked away in the 1x1 pillars. And again, don't forget, you can recreate this. There is a live build, detailed, slow paced, and explained as I go along for you to recreate this in your town, so don't worry about it. This is a door that leads to the family bathroom. So for any rooms that you see that don't have a bathroom, this is the one that they would share. It's sizable enough, it's got a big window. And if we work our way back past the master bedroom, past another bedroom, so he's gone past the master, and this is a door to another room, but right down the end we have another floating room with the 1x1 pillars again. Okay, and it's the same design on both sides. Remember, the origami feature is symmetrical at an angle. So I've used these items in here for closets. I like that they're a little bit different, and maybe for a boy, but yes, this is what goes in here, and this is the style of the room. Then you have this door here that leads into another guest room of some sort. This isn't the master bedroom one because it doesn't have a closet. Well, not a closet, a bathroom of its own. So it's got little bits and bobs dotted around, and a closet space, speaking of, would be in this corner where that vanity is situated. Okay. This is one of my favorite beds in the game, along with the pink one, which you can guess is in the master bedroom. So now we're back to the master space. There's a TV in here. The colors are representing, and it's purple walls, the lovely luxury pink bed, the side tables. It's the same shape as the room on the reverse, but the difference is it has its own bathroom. So this becomes, of course, the master bedroom, and of course you need an actual chair in front of this to sit down, but this is the vanity for this bedroom. There's the window, and again the TV. Now this door here, as you guessed, leads into the bathroom for this master. I didn't put a tub. I could if I wanted to, but just chose to make it different, and this is what we have in here as well. That's right above the bathroom down below. So if you're thinking about plumbing, that's how I chose to set it out at the back here. And that completes the entire tour for the house. So what's really making me happy about this is I was just playing around. It wasn't like it was an intentional build. I was playing around with the origami feature, and then all of a sudden the rooms fit in nicely and just, you know, worked out as a floor plan. So I was very pleased because I didn't have to work terribly hard, you know, to get it to work. You know, some houses are, I think it's just better when you haven't got a plan and you start building. I find those houses easier to do. But when I've already thought about something and I start warring to get it done, it becomes very like a very panicky process that's sometimes not very pleasant to engage in, and it just gets harder and harder, and you get too perfectionist about it. But these are the builds that really make me feel quite happy. I really love it for many reasons. Anyway, I want to thank you so very much for watching, and as I have said, there is a live build to follow right now. So for those of you who want this in your town, stay tuned. In a few seconds we'll get started with a live build. The tour of this house took place on a small plot, and I will be doing the live build for it on a small plot as well, and using the actual plot that I used to do the tour too. Now I'm counting 3 grids in, and then I place this 1x2 room, and then you automatically change it into an L-shaped room. Count 4 grids away and do exactly the same thing in the reverse. Feel like I'm talking through an origami fold. Do the same thing over on the side here. 3 grids in and place that 1x2 room and turn it into an L shape in this way. I'm doing everything at once so that I can elevate everything at once and just get on with it, okay? I don't want to do one pillar at a time, so I want to do them all together. So now you go ahead and elevate the L-shaped rooms. I get a lot of questions about this in the group, and this is what I do to make sure that it works. So you elevate while it's still in an L-shaped form, and then you can go ahead and create rooms on the next level in the same way. Just make sure it's an L-shaped room, but I'm just going to go ahead and put in the 1x2 room first, and then change the toggle button to the renovator mode, so I can then go ahead and change everything to an L shape. So that's why I did that in the first place. Okay, so now we've made the L-shaped rooms. All you have to do is just reverse the action and just work your way back, and it goes into a 1x1 room. It just works that way. Just work your way back and you've got yourself an L-shaped room. So basically, go down. Now you can reduce the bottom one, and make sure you follow the steps exactly as you see here, otherwise your pillars will be in the wrong place on this build. Okay, so you can always work your way back in the video to see what's going on. This is what you get when you finish these, you know, haggard looking pieces up top. All you have to do is go to the ground floor and place a full-length room this way. And once you've done that, I'll just pop out of build mode. This is what it will look like, and the other one is now cleaned up. So all I have to do then is go back and delete that room, and I have a clean 1x1 elevated number of pillars here. So now I'll get on with the floating room aspect for this house. So you go into your basement, place a room exactly as you see me do it. I'll be placing a 3x4 bedroom here, or room, about bedroom, and another 4x3. Then I'll get these switchback staircases because they fit exactly. Just place 2 in there and another 2 in here. So I'm going to go up to the 2nd floor. Then in my room option, I will place a room right here, just a single 1x4 room, and here a 1x4 room. Okay, now I need to change the shape of the room in this basement, so pull away from the edge by 1 and extend by 1 on the top and the bottom, and increase it into a 4x6 room. Okay, same thing here, but first I'm going to keep the stairs so I don't go back into my inventory, and you should have all 4 fit in that way. So I'm going to do the same thing here. Go into the basement, pull away by 1 grid, extend to the left and right by 1 grid on the top of the outline of the 1x1 pillars, as you see. I make it up into a 4x6 room, and I'm going to get my stairs and fit them in. Okay, so this is the litmus test that you've got the right shape. Now I'm on the 2nd floor, and I'll go ahead and just place a 4x6 room and another 4x6 room right above that hole in the ground. Delete everything at the basement here, and that's the worst part of the build. You're ready. Okay, we're done. Yay! Now I'm going to go ahead and build the rest of the house. So follow the outline. Don't build anything underneath the outline that you can see here. Okay, it's very important, or you'll burst your roof up top. So following the outline, make sure that you create a 4x10 room. Okay, that's a 4x10 room from this line here and catching on to the corner of the outline here. Then extend to the top of the outline with an L-shaped feature and complete the L-shaped feature like some sort of heart shape. Okay, just like that. That's the L-shaped entrance to the kitchen. Then this is the storage room where the washing machine is. This is the coats rack area. Then we have an exit to the back of the house. Then we have a restroom downstairs. And then we have an L-shaped living room area right here. Okay. Then we create the L-shaped feature. And in selecting the toggle button, I can complete the rest of the L shape for this living room. Okay, so that's the angle it should end up at. Okay, we're done. We're done with the floor plan for the house. Et voila. So you could go ahead now and elevate the main house by 1 floor, and that should complete the structure for the house. I'm just going to change the roof to blue. That's the color that was on that Japanese origami style house. And it so happens to be A-frame, and this is what you have. It's complete. At this point you could carve out the top part here the way that might work for you. It doesn't mean the way I shaped it out is the way to go. You know, and if you do change anything, just let me see it on the group. I'd love to see and be inspired by your own choice and your own colors, and a number of you do that, and it's quite nice to see. So I'm just going to go ahead and, you know, line out the rooms here, and I won't be speaking all the way to the end of the video. But if you choose to recreate this and put in your town, that's great. But if you go on to upload it to any social media site, be it Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and so on, that's wonderful too. But don't forget to use the hashtag JCfinger when doing that, and I will be grateful. Thank you so very much for watching. I chose to do a live build for this because of the 1x1 pillar and the floating room together. And the thing is, I would usually put up a floor plan for a standard size plot build, and if I don't, then Kian Chapman, our Facebook group floor plan guru, who's also one of our moderators, would put up a floor plan for members to replicate. It's quite good and very quick, but I wanted to do this because with the last house that I built, which was the Secret Manor, a good number of you wanted to recreate it and were quite upset that you weren't able to recreate those 1x1 pillars, and so I had to think that through, and this time go ahead and show you how I do the 1x1 pillars. So if you're still stuck on the Secret Manor build, then of course you've seen how I have done the 1x1 pillars in this live build. Again, thank you so very much for watching, and I will see you again soon in the next video. Take care. Bye.